Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Marissa. This is Marissa's Budget Life. And if you're new, I am a 23-year-old cash budgeter. I'm currently living in an apartment or renting an apartment, me and my boyfriend with our dog Stormy. And yeah, right now my budgeting journey is basically just trying to pay off debt and save money for a car. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in following along, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below. And let's get right into today's video, which is going to be a budget and cash stuff for week 4 of August. It's going to be a little different because I just switched out my binders. If you saw my last video on Wednesday, I have 2 new binders and a bunch of new envelopes. So today's budget is going to look a little different. It's going to be the first time I'm budgeting and cash stuffing my new binders. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, just keep on watching and let's get right into it. Okay, so usually I would do a budget in my budget book, like my previous one, but since I had already filled this out for only having my 2 binders, so I'm gonna put that off to the side for right now, and we're not gonna be using this today. And I'm gonna grab out this sheet that I made up with all of my new binders and new envelopes, and then next week or starting in September, I'll be able to transfer all of this into my regular budgeting notebook. So my income this week from my full-time job was $690, and that's my total income. And the first thing we're gonna do is my bills. Rent always gets $215, that hasn't changed. And then my utilities, I broke up into each utility that I actually pay. It used to be just one utilities envelope lumped together. But when I redid my binders, I fully funded water and sewer and electric for this month. Wi-Fi, I'm gonna add 15, and I'm also gonna add 15 into subscriptions today. Student loan, I'm just adding 10. Right now I don't have any student loan payments since I paid off my personal Sally Mae loan. I just have my one federal loan through Mohila, but currently my balance due is $0, so I am just saving a little bit right now just to stay in the habit of stuffing this every week. And then Bite is the last one of my bills binder, and I put $25 a week for that payment. So let me add this all up. So that totals up to $280. And then I'm gonna do my cash envelopes now. So my cash envelopes is a new binder. I really just moved all of these besides toiletries, which is a new category. I moved all of these into their own cash envelope binder because this is like my weekly spending that I use like every single week. Basically I spend out of most of these. So groceries, I put $80 a week. And then gas, I'm actually gonna skip today. Household, I'll put 10. Toiletries is new, so it's empty, so I'm also gonna put 10 in there. And then personal, I'm gonna put 25. In dates, I always put 20. And Stormy, I'll put 25. So let me add this up now. And that totals up to 170. And now we can move on to one of my new binders, my short-term savings binder. So giving is a new envelope. I used to have gifts, which combined giving and birthdays together, but I separated that out to giving and birthdays in 2 separate envelopes. So giving, I'm just gonna put $5 towards that. And then my anniversary is fully funded at the moment, so I'm gonna be skipping that. Birthdays is empty, and I have a few birthdays coming up, so I'm gonna put 15. Holidays is empty, and Halloween is gonna be the next one coming up, so I'll put $10 in there. Christmas, I'll put 25. I'm trying to fund this a little bit sooner. I used to do 20, but I'm gonna put an extra little bit, so 25. And travel, I'm starting to put $15 a week instead of 20. And investing is a new envelope. So I invest on Cash App. It's pretty easy, straightforward, simple, but I was just taking it out of my buffer whenever I just felt like having the money in my investing instead of my buffer. But now I'm gonna start budgeting $10 a week for that to make it a little bit more consistent. And now I need to add these up. So that totals up to $80 going into my short-term savings binder. And then my long-term savings is where I have all of my, what are they called? Savings challenges. But I'm gonna budget it out and then we'll see how it goes with the savings challenges. But I think I'm just gonna budget it out and it's not gonna be like random savings amounts. So my car fund, I'm gonna skip over and give whatever is left over at the end of this. So actually what I need to do is take my total income, subtract out my bills, subtract out my cash envelopes, and subtract out my short-term savings. So we're left with $160. That should be the total going towards my long-term savings today. And I will subtract out each category to see what's left over to put towards my car fund. So my emergency fund, I put $25 a week. Vet bills is a new category. I separated that out from Stormy's envelope. Stormy's envelope used to be just everything Stormy related all together, but I noticed that I wasn't really saving much to put like specifically towards savings or for vet bills. So I'm gonna do $25 a week if I can for vet bills now specifically. And then medical is a new one. I'm gonna put 10. Future house is also new. The rest of these are new. Future house, wedding, and baby. And my first priority is future house right now. So I'm gonna be putting 10 towards that. And then wedding and baby are a little less priority. So I'm gonna put 5 towards each of those. So that leaves me with $80 to go towards my car fund. And let me just add that up to make sure all of these equal 160. All right, that equals up to 160. So that is everything for the budget. Let me zoom you guys out a little bit so you can see the whole thing. So yeah, that is our budget for this week. And now let me set up the cash stuffing and we'll get right into stuffing this cash. Okay, I'm all set up for the cash stuffing portion and let's get right into it, starting off with my bills binder. We're gonna stuff rent. Rent currently has 5, 6, 20, 40, and 645, and we're adding 215, which will make this 860. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 850, and 860 in rent, which is fully funded for this month. Water and sewer we're skipping, that's fully funded, and so is electric. But Wi-Fi we're adding today. It currently has 15 and we're adding another 15, so I'm gonna take out this 5 and throw in a 20, so now we're at $30 in Wi-Fi. And this is about $35 a month, so I just need to add $5 more next week. And then subscriptions, we are adding to this one currently only has $4 and we're adding 15. So now there's $19 in subscriptions. And this one, I need to calculate how much I need to add next week because I'm not exactly sure how much these are every month. Next up is student loan. This currently has 10 and we're adding a 10 more. So I'll put that back and just throw in a 20. So we have $20 in student loan. And then the last envelope in here is Bite. This one currently has 25 and I'm adding 25 more. So I'll put that back and put a 50 in. So now we have $50 in Bite. And the only other thing in here is my bills buffer, which we don't add to. So that's it for my bills binder. Next up, we're gonna go to my cash envelopes. Starting off with groceries. Groceries currently has 50, 70, 90, 92, and 93. We're adding $80 in here, so I'm gonna take out a 20 and put in 100. So now we have 150, 170, 172, and 173 in groceries. Next up is not gas, we're skipping that, it has 105. But household, we are stuffing today. It currently has 50 and we're adding in 10, so it now has 60. And next up is toiletries, which is a new envelope, so it's empty, and we're adding in 10 today. So that is all that it has at the moment. Next up is personal. This one currently has $51 and I'm adding 25. Oops. So now it has 50, 70, 75, and 76 in personal. And personal is just any of my spending. So I don't like break it down like some people have like clothing, haircut, self-care, just spending. Personal is just anything I personally want to spend money on, or eating out too is what I take this from, unless it was like a date night eating out, then I'll take it from date night. But this is just everything I spend money on for myself basically comes out of this one envelope. And next up is date night. Date night currently has 1, 2, and 202, and we're adding in 20. So now this has $222. And the last one in here is Stormy, my dog. She currently has 50, 70, 90, and 92. And we're adding in 25, which will make this 117. So I'll put all of this back. Grab a 10 and 100, and this should be 117 now. 1, 10, 15, and 117 in Stormy. I added a little sticker of her on the envelope, and I think it looks so cute. Okay, so that is it for my cash envelopes. Now we can move on to, oops, my short-term savings. Let me just fix this real quick. My short-term savings. I don't think that's gonna stand up. So the first thing in here is giving. This one currently has $11 and we're adding in 5. So now it has 16. And then anniversary is getting skipped. That has 100, which is my goal. Birthdays is a new envelope and it's empty and we're putting in 15. So that's all that it has. Next up is holidays. This is also empty and we're putting in 10. So that's all that holidays has. And then Christmas is up next. And this one I separated out with all of the people that I'm saving for and like the categories. So let's see. This next one, it's really hard to take in and out, so I'm gonna have to figure something else out. But this one has 20 and it needs 5 more. So let me grab out the 25 we're stuffing today. So I'm gonna put 5 in this this category to make that one fully funded, and we'll move on to this next one, which has a $40 goal, and we'll put 20 in there, so we're halfway to that one. And I don't feel like taking it out and dealing with that, but we have 755 altogether in Christmas. And next up is travel. Travel currently has 550, 70, 572, and we're adding in 15 today. So that will make it 550, 70, 85, and 587 in travel. The next travel related thing we have coming up, I'm pretty sure, is a camping trip with me, my boyfriend, and Stormy. And that shouldn't be too much money, maybe like $100. And then the last one is investing, which is a new envelope. It's empty, and we're adding $10 in. So that's all that has. And that's it for my short-term savings binder. Now we can move on to my long-term savings, which is all of my savings challenges. So first up is my car fund. This one we are at 1,500, 600, 700, 800, and 1,900. And we're adding $80 in today. So 50, 70, 80. So now we're at 1980, which is $20 away from being able to color in another steering wheel. So we can't do anything today, but next week we definitely will. And then emergency fund. This one currently has 1,500, 16, 17, $1,850. And we're adding in 25, which will make this 1,875, which again is not enough to color in another little coin stack. So we'll just skip to the next one, which is vet bills. And this one is brand new. So each one of these little like dog vets is worth $10, and we're adding in 25 today. So I can cross off 2 of these, and I'm just gonna put like a little dash through it. So I'll cross off 2 for $20, and we're putting 25 in. So definitely next time we could cross off that third one. And so vet bills has 25 bucks in it. And next up is medical. I forgot to put a header on this one. And I also haven't decided how much each of these are going to be. So let me do that real quick right now. My goal is to put $10 a week. So I'm going to make each of these worth $10. And let's see how many there are. $19 of these, I think. Yes, 19 of them, so that'll be a total of $190. And we're adding in $10 today. So I can color one of these in. Just gonna grab my marker and roughly color this in. I don't care if it looks perfect, as long as it's colored in somehow. So that is our first edition and first little icon colored off on my medical savings challenge. And we have $10 in there. Next up is my future house savings challenge. If I could get it out. And this one we are adding $10 today, and that's how much each of these little houses are worth. So I'm going to color in one of these houses. Again, very rough. I don't care if it looks perfect. So we put our first $10 into my future house savings challenge. And next up is my wedding savings challenge. We are adding $5 to this today. And so I can cross off, let me just do this 3 and this 2. And that's a total of $5 towards this $50 savings challenge. And the last one in here is my baby savings challenge, which I also have not put or like determined how much each of these are gonna be, but I'm gonna be stuffing, I'm planning on $5 a week. So I'm gonna make each one of these $5, and let's see how many there are. So there is 36 of these times $5 each. That'll be a total of $180 that this challenge will save. And I'm gonna put the first 5 in here. And what color should we do? I'll do yellow. And I'm gonna color in one of these little pacifiers. So that's our first $5 into my baby savings challenge. And that was the last envelope, you guys. So that is it for today's stuffing. If you enjoyed the new budget with my new binders, please leave a comment down below. And if you have any suggestions for like how to do this, because I've never done savings challenges before, so if you have any suggestions, leave some comments down below if you feel like it. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like. And if you haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below to stay tuned and follow along my budgeting journey. And thank you guys so much for watching. I can't wait to see you guys next time. Bye, friends.